Again, talking about boxing and year in. Is that something that we can expect in the next year, or is it kind of like a slow rollout, or are you expecting to do a big announcement at some point?
Yeah, I did my first fight in Ireland, and yeah, we'll start announcing stuff here beginning of 25.
What do you think of the Anthony Joshua knockout?
What did I think? Yeah, listen, when you get two big heavyweights in there, fucking anything can happen, man. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, I'm not invested either way whatsoever in it. I can say this, you know, the Warrens lifted their exclusivity for me to put that fight on Friday night. Good things happen to good people. I guess I'll say that.
We recently talked about you and Turkey Al-Alashik. Are we seeing more cohesion between you guys? Because I couldn't help but notice with Callum Walsh, he was wearing Riyadh season across his chest on the way to the ring.
Who?
Callum.
Callum?
Yeah. So he had Riyadh season on his T-shirt as he was walking to the ring. Is
Yeah.
that something that you teed up for him?
Well, I know that Sheikh Turkey had invited him to come out to the AJ fight after the fight, but he had a bunch of family out there with him. But he really wanted to go. That was more of a thank you and a respect thing to Sheikh Turkey.
Fair enough. And with you saying you're in when it comes to boxing, I just wanted to read a quote about you and the UFC from Eddie Hearn earlier this year. And he said, "The reason their business is so successful, and I'm envious of it, is fighters sign a central contract. It's not a case of you're told, you know, who you're told you're fighting, and we'll see you there. There are no arguments or renegotiations. It's a case of, all right, you versus you, that's the fight, see you there." And then they go out and announce it. And I think he's talking about you, would struggle to come to terms with that lack of control that you have in boxing. And I think he's talking about when, you know, sometimes in boxing, fighters would get a piece of the back end with pay-per-view and, you know, fighter pay. There's differences between boxing and MMA. Do you have a response to that quote? It's from earlier this year in 2024.
Eddie Hearn is dead on. I absolutely agree with everything that he said. I have a plan, you know. I'm going to implement that plan, and we'll see how it works. You know, we'll see how this thing works. People have been talking about the demise of boxing for 30 years, and we're still here talking about boxing right now. I have always had an idea of how I thought it should be done. I don't know if that's possible, but we're going to find out. I'm coming in guns a-blazing.
You've got like UFC, Contender Series, Slap. Would you have space to do boxing as well, or would you have like a figurehead to kind of run it for you?
I'll build the offices right here at the Apex. The offices will be here. We're already doing construction here, and I'm planning to build all the infrastructure right here at the Apex.
So, but would boxers have access to the Performance Institute?
Yeah, I mean, anybody who's under contract, I mean, slap fighters have access to it.
Yeah.
Anyone who's under contract with us has access to the PI.
Eddie Hearn also said that I think if he was to do something in boxing, I think his preference would be to do it with us if he was going to do it with anybody. I think your preference might be to do it with Tom Loeffler. Is Eddie right, or am I right?
Listen, I like Eddie Hearn very much. Eddie Hearn was at the Sphere fight. He came early before the fight started. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with the Warrens. Obviously, love Tom Loeffler and his matchmaking and what he does. Yeah, I would probably be working with a lot of people. I'm sure you can assume the people that I would not be working with. I don't think that's... You have to be a fucking genius to figure that one out. But yeah, I like Eddie Hearn a lot and would love to work with Eddie Hearn.
Sure. And Mike Tyson, I know you guys are great friends, but Mike Tyson said you getting involved in boxing would be the best thing to ever happen to the sport. So how do you feel hearing that from a guy like him? You know how I feel about Mike. I love Mike Tyson. So to hear Mike Tyson say anything positive is awesome.